Why are we talking about this?
Because we have a show
Bugs,
where none of you fuckers have any next generation consoles, so it's just going to be me talking the entire time.
All right. How is that PS5?
So the PS5, definitely a different system than the Xbox Series X. Whereas the Xbox Series X went traditional, the PlayStation 5 went in a completely different direction than the PlayStation 4. We'll talk about the controller. We'll talk about the system first. The system is god-awful ugly. It looks stupid. It's massive. And, like, I don't even know. Like, my grandma's coming over tomorrow, stopping by for lunch. And I know she's going to fucking say something like, what the fuck is that? And so I'm going to have to, like, hide it or something.
Can we get a RGT grandma quote on that?
Yeah.
Get a reaction.
The controller, I like it a lot. I'll talk about the features in a minute, but I'm going to talk about what I don't like. Once again, it is all white. The back of my controller, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Exactly. And that's from, like, I guess eating chicken or something. Like, I don't know.
Why are you eating chicken while playing games?
Because I get hungry, Jason. I beat Miles Morales in one sitting.
I saw you were up till 4 a.m. playing that.
6:30 a.m., my friend. But yeah, as far as beyond the white, and the white sucks on the console too because it picks up every little speck of dust and dirt in the world. The controller itself is great. It feels great. It also has the grip. It doesn't have the grip on the triggers, but it does have the grip on the back. The touchpad is nice. The haptic feedback is actually very interesting. Astrobot is pretty much like the haptic feedback game, kind of like the tech demo. I saw someone say that Game Explain said that oh man, I'm gonna take a shot at Game Explain. I apologize in advance. I saw someone say Game Explain said that Astrobot was just as good as any 3D Mario. Maybe that's the reason why half of Game Explain's, people left because of stupid shit like that. No disrespect. It's obviously just a joke. But yeah, like half their staff just left within the past month.
Really?
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Astrobot is for what it is. It's a really fun game, but it's not on the level of a Mario game. Like, it looks great, it plays great, but there's no sort of, you don't get that sort of connection. You don't get that sort of feeling with it. It essentially feels like a really, really good tech demo. And I just thought of another Xbox Series X game that I played. Maybe I'll come back full circle. I think Astrobot is really good. I would say like a 7 or an 8, but take it out of the Mario conversation. I think if you made a full-on Mario game with Astrobot's sort of stuff, yeah, okay, then you're talking. But it's not like that. So I played Astrobot. I played Spider-Man, of course, and I played Demon Souls. I guess we'll talk Demon Souls first. Looks pretty. I don't like Souls games. I don't know why the fuck I bought this. I wish I didn't buy it. I wish I would have bought something else because I suck at these games. I'm not patient. I will never be patient. I will never have patience. And it drives me nuts.
I don't even have patience for those games.
But Spider-Man's fucking fantastic. Best game on the PS5, best game of the launch.
So
Surprised it's so short.
Did you play it overnight because you had to make a video on it, or did you play it because you were addicted?
Both.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I bought it so I could make a video on it, but I didn't even make a video on it. I ended up just throwing it.
Wow, he didn't make a video on it.
I threw in my video today, just very briefly talking about how I suck at it.
Is that the Xbox versus PS5 video? Yeah.
Because we go over 5 different topics to figure out which is the best system.
For you.
Shh. That's the twist.
I bet you everybody who watches this podcast has seen your videos except for me.
Well, go fuck yourself. You're supposed to be watching them in the background. What was I?
Miles Morales is fun.
I didn't review Demon Souls. I'm not gonna review Demon Souls.
You think you'll beat it?
No, fuck no. It was essentially I spent $70 because everyone was like, "Oh, this game's great," and I was like, "Maybe I do like Demon Souls games and Souls games in general." And then I was like, "Oh wait, I really don't." So
you spent $70 because it is the only proper exclusive to buy this holiday season. That is why.
Is it really though? Because it's technically a remake of a PlayStation 3 game with like literally nothing changed but graphics.
Yeah, I watched like this was actually on Game Explain. They did like it just happened to come up out. It was funny because after I watched your video, it served me their like where they sat down with the team because they were the ones that also did the Shadow of Colossus remake Blue Point. And then so they took the net code and took the game code and sat down and really dissected it and figured it out. But yeah, it's definitely not a game for me.
But yeah, Spider-Man's fucking great. As far as being short, I think that's subjective. I don't think it's because when you look at Spider-Man, I was watching 8-Bit Eric play the Spider-Man remaster on his PlayStation 5 because he got the Ultimate Edition. I just bought Miles Morales. And like that game has a fuck ton of padding in it. Like all the Mary Jane shit and all the slowness. Like I feel like Miles Morales doesn't have that much slowness in it. Like it's very boom, get you into the action. There's only like really like one scene that sort of reminded me of the Mary Jane thing, and then everything else was just balls to the walls. There's a lot of collectibles. I mean, you could essentially do everything in the game in like 15 hours as far as like 100%ing it, maybe even less than that. But I find it ironic that so many people are saying, oh, you know, it's not worth, you know, it's such a short game. And it's like Luigi's Mansion took me 12 hours to beat it, and that was a $60 game. Like it's a $50 game. Like I don't know. I think it looks gorgeous. It looks substantially better than the PlayStation 4 version of Spider-Man. There's lots of little intricacies. There's a lot more people on the ground floor. The ray tracing is very nice. I played the game in graphics mode. I didn't want no performance mode because I wanted to see this ray tracing shit that everyone hypes up. And I think it looks great in the game. I'm still going back and unlocking all the suits and stuff like that and doing all the side quests. The story is phenomenal. I think the Miles Morales character, who I wasn't familiar with at all, is a lot more of an interesting character than plain old white bread Peter Parker. Because he's actually, it feels more human, you know, instead of like just sort of cliche superhero stuff. The combat has sort of changed a little bit. There's now a camouflage system, which kind of eliminates the stealth stuff. But I really didn't use it that much. I just used it to get out of situations if I needed to. And then you have venom attacks, which is what Miles' little thing is, the electric-based attacks that are like your super attacks. Really great game. I love it. I love it. It's by far my favorite game that I've played. I've downloaded Days Gone and The Last Guardian because I have the PlayStation Plus stuff. So eventually I'll check those out. I might check out Days Gone tonight.
And Bug Snacks.
I'm not fucking checking out Bug Snacks.
But everybody's talking about it.
No one is talking about it. And I guess that's about it.